Welcome to New Chapters, a video series podcast where we're going to be answering questions and providing resources for seniors and their families so that seniors can make the choices they want to make and live the lives that they want to live. Hello everyone, Haley DiDonato, Seniors Real Estate Specialist here. Today I am meeting with Deborah Moyer, a move manager who specializes in working with seniors making transitions. Her company is called Your Organizing Answer. And we're going to talk about the resource out there for seniors and their families when they may be considering making a move. As we both know, making a move, especially as we get older and more mature, is a huge burden and can be extremely stressful, both emotionally and physically. And a lot of people don't have family or friends that can or want to help in that process. Even utilizing a move management company, a mover, is completely different than your services. So we're going to talk more about what you do, how you help seniors, etc., to provide resources for seniors out there.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yes, I'm excited.
So I guess we can start off by talking about what you do. What are your services in a nutshell?
Well, I'm a nationally certified senior downsizing specialist, and what that essentially means is that I'm really trained to help people through transition, and it's really the whole picture. It's not just the move. It's that whole process of being able to figure out, okay, they know that they need to move, but they don't know where to start. And that's usually the hardest part for them, is knowing where to start. And a lot of times the family needs us more than the actual senior clients do, in a lot of cases, because it brings up a lot of family dynamics, and the kids are trying to get their parents to get rid of things, and the parents don't want to get rid of things, and so it's almost like you're a little bit of a mediator in a sense,
right?
A problem solver, essentially. And so what I would do as an organizer too is, before the move actually even happens, is I would be working with the client and possibly their family if they want to be involved, to kind of figure out what they want to take with them. And I do a very unique service, 3D space planning, which is unique to San Diego, the San Diego area, and be able to recreate the floor plan that they're going to, and take the actual measurements from their furniture and recreate a space plan that's effective for where they're moving to.
Great.
And that takes so much of the stress off of them, to know what they can take and what's going to fit, and they don't have that dreaded, oh, let's see if we can fit it on move day. And
takes that uncertainty out of the picture.
Exactly.
Which is huge.
Really reduces the stress. So I can help them through the process of purging. It just depends. Every client is different, and figuring out what they want to take through the packing process, making arrangements for the movers. I'm there with them on move day, so they have that helping, leadership to get them through the day and manage the movers and unpack them and really get them settled at the end of the day, so they're not sort of going through a deer trail, if you will, of boxes of what it's like on move day, and you're like, okay, where's the pizza? How are we gonna get dinner on the table tonight, type of thing.
And so you help before the move in determining what they want to sell or donate or keep, and organizing everything through the move and after the move, in terms of reorganizing everything in their new home, so they really don't have to do anything if they don't want.
I mean, I've even done personalized shopping for people. When where I go to, they say, well, I don't really have the right thing from what from the old house to bring to a new smaller size scale place. So work with them on fitting or buying things that really can help them use their space better. So,
and what about if someone has some help? So maybe they might need or want partial help from your services? Does it have to be all or nothing? Or
no. It can definitely be, like, I've done it where the family wants to move, do all the moving aspect, and they want to do their own packing, that type of thing, and then I'll do the space plan for them, and help them through some of the question and answer process of how to get rid of things, and what is my couch I've had for 50 years really worth, kind of a thing. And so it really is a very customized program for each client.
Right.
Everybody has different needs.
Right.
Definitely.
And obviously, you're way different than just a mover.
Right.
So I don't know if you have anything to elaborate on, that.
Well, a mover, and nothing against movers, but because we work with them all the time. But movers are really there to just and sometimes they'll pack, and that's where I think a lot of the people get confusion with my services. Like, well, the movers pack too. Yes, but my packing system is different in that I inventory my things. It's very expedited. Things are labeled. It's not just throwing things into a box and then they leave you and the truck's going off into the sunset, and you're going, but where's my toilet paper, my silverware, type of thing.
Yeah.
So it really goes beyond that, because we do the types of things that the movers can't do. Like, we're there with the coolers to get the things out of the refrigerator. We do the pre-move purge, which a mover would never be doing. They're really there to take things from point A to point B.
Right.
And then when they're gone, that's when the magic really happens, because you have to get it all unpacked and get it, set up. And they're not going to necessarily know where everything was originally and how people prefer, their things. And we just want to sort of beam them up and beam them over, kind of a thing. So they're really comfortable that first night.
And do you work with, you do work with the families, as like you mentioned before.
All the time.
So, it's not like anyone's being put out of the picture. Everyone's included, and it's kind of a team process if they want it to be.
Absolutely.
I love the fact that it can be so flexible in terms of if someone doesn't want to have anything to do with it, they just want you to do it all, then that's fine. Yeah. Or if they want to be involved and they want to have a little bit of that control, then that is workable as well. So it's really, really flexible in that sense.
I've had people that literally have handed me the key and said, see you later.
See you on the other side.
And literally they come back and it's just, poof, their stuff's there and everything's put away and they're just like, great.
And then your clients and their families, I'm sure, have more time and the relief to do what they want and to just relax through the process a little more and not have to have that burden being carried.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of pressure when it comes to the family too, because it's there's some changing dynamics that happen with the parent-child role, and sometimes the kids come in and they're doing their very best to try and help, and and the parents feeling like, well, they're telling me what to do, and sometimes having a neutral party kind of in the setting where everybody has their say and really is able to share what their concerns are, and then we just sort of all find a mutual solution that's best for the clients.
So, makes sense.
Yeah. So
nice.
It's
such a valuable resource.
Yes.
I had one client who I'm thinking of offhand, and she thought that she could do everything. I'm sure you have clients who think that, I can do it all, or my children can help me and we can take care of it. But then when it actually is time and they're packing or they're on the other side unpacking and it's just so overwhelming, then you can also be called in to help in that process. So I think sometimes it hits people harder, what they envision it'll be like versus when they actually get into it.
Well, they have really good intentions. I mean, where they'll say, yes, I can get through X, Y, and Z and no problem. And then the time just flies by and then they're like, oh my gosh, here we are. In a lot of cases, a lot of my clients they have 2 weeks notice to move into they've been on a waiting list for a retirement community, and they have to take possession within 2 weeks, and they're like, I didn't think it was going to come this fast. And so in situations like that, that really helps to have somebody to sort of expedite things too. Right. So
have you had any challenges working with your clients that you've overcome
Certainly.
that you want to share? Or
I think the biggest thing is really that frame of mind, where people, when they're downsizing, it's the first time in life generally where people are having to get rid of a substantial amount of things, and that's where the emotional and the psychological aspect comes in. They're not just, people who have done a lot of moving in their life. They think, oh gosh, this is just another move, and then they get into it, and then they realize, how do I make that decision about what of all of these cherished lifetime things that I've accrued over time,
Right.
books and pictures and clothing for some
Right.
people, and that type of thing,
Right.
and making those decisions. So I think where really a senior move manager can really make a difference is understanding the psychological aspects behind that process, and being a little more patient and understanding about the fact that it's really tough to get rid of things that are cherished, especially knowing in this day and age that a lot of those things may not be worth what they paid for.
Right.
So that can be really, there's a common ground for everybody to really share the fact that this is a major life change, and being able to really kind of go with that process
and embrace it.
If
possible,
and,
yeah.
It's
Right.
it's stuff that you haven't really, a lot of people will sit there and look at something that's been stashed in their garage for 25 years, and they didn't even know it was there, and then they find it, and then all of a sudden it's like, I can't live without it, kind of a thing. And that's very
we all have that.
Yeah. Well, you lived without it for the last 25 years.
Right.
So that's very common.
Yeah. So is there a good time to start thinking about these things? Is it, is there ever a too soon or too late, or when's a good time when someone or someone's family should start thinking about these options?
Never too soon. I really recommend to my clients to start early and start small. And what that means is that people can be so overwhelmed when they see the big picture.
Right.
And so what I do is I say, even if you're not going to hire an organizer like me, really early on, is that you can start that process by going to one dresser and doing one drawer at a time, finishing it, and then moving on to the next drawer, and then expanding it from there. If they can start in small, steps like that, it makes it a lot easier to, and they'll find, oh, I can see I'm getting things done, and it may not be, at warp speed, but it's still getting things done.
But you see the progress,
Exactly.
Right, and the accomplishment.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah. Our senior population is growing so fast.
Yes.
We were all babies. We'll all be young adults. We'll all be seniors. So it's, every stage is a stage to embrace and to live the best lives that we want to live. So your resource is a huge benefit to my clients and others out there. So I'm really appreciative that you do what you do.
Thank you.
And on behalf of clients and other seniors. So how does someone contact you or get in touch with you if they want to learn more about what you do?
They can just call me at 760-448-6969. And they have my website, which is www.yourorganizinganswer.com.
Okay.
And there's more information on the website as well as to the different services. So.
Thanks for tuning in to New Chapters.